The school has such a wonderful collaborative community, and it's got a really nice work atmosphere.
It's just been a really good experience coming here.
You get to know everyone personally, and it's just a really nice environment.
I haven't met anyone in all the other schools I've been to around the world, anyone that I could get along as well as I do with the High School of Dundee family. It's been something that I almost wish I'd been here since first year.
And just everyone's so nice and friendly, like you always feel included, and it's just a good place to be.
I don't even know how to put it into words. It's a family, and we all rely on each other, and we just seem to get through everything together, and the core values teach us everything that we need. I mean, even if we didn't have the academic side of things, the whole part of being brought into the school and taught everything that we're taught through the guidance programs and through drama, through music, through all the extracurriculars, that alone sets us up for the rest of our lives, really.
Good morning and welcome to the High School of Dundee. This is our first level virtual open morning, and you're very welcome. We would like to show you all sorts of different aspects of the high school and take you on a journey so that you can see behind the pillars with a window into the high school. Having taught at the high school for 30 years, I am absolutely privileged to have had the opportunity to take on the role of leading the school. I have an amazing team of senior leaders who are involved in every part of running the school, and an amazing set of teachers, really highly skilled, expert teachers for whom teaching at the high school is more than just a job, it's a way of life. And that community, family atmosphere that we have at the high school is something that's really precious. That ability to support each other unconditionally, to keep those ties and those bonds well on beyond school. The high school family, the friendships that are built in this community are friendships for life. And that extends to our staff, to our former pupils, and to our current pupils. And we would very much like the opportunity to involve and include your child in that high school family. Here at the high school, we offer Scottish qualifications, National 5, Higher and Advanced Higher. We offer a wide range of subjects, 25 different discrete subjects at Higher and 23 at Advanced Higher. Our academic core is absolutely crucial to what we do here at the school. We encourage young people to progress at their own pace, and the beauty of the Scottish system is the ability to mix different levels at the right stage for each young person. That means that we can have, traditionally, our young people will study 8 subjects at National 5, go on to study 3, 4 or 5 Highers, and then on to study 2 or 3 Advanced Highers in 6th year. At the same time, they can mix and match these levels, so we might have a young person in 6th year who would be doing an Advanced Higher, 2 Highers and a National 5. And in that way, they're able to really have a rich variety of qualifications at different levels to suit their own needs and aspirations.
So our aim here in the senior years is to support your child to achieve their full potential by nurturing them to be who they are and what they want to be. We do this through our integrated curriculum. Our dedicated teaching staff spend time getting to know your child, understanding their interests, and providing them with the right level of support, stretch and challenge to help them truly achieve their potential. Our highly skilled pastoral team also support your child by getting to know them and acting as your link between home and school.
Guidance is one of the 3 parts of what we would call our integrated curriculum, along with the academic and the co-curricular, such as sport and music. Actually, guidance is the essence of education. This is why you send your children to the High School of Dundee. Every unique individual who comes through the pillars joins a family. And as with any other family, there's the chance to develop, the chance to grow, the chance to nurture your own talents. And what guidance does is provides a structure for every unique young person to fulfill their talents and their possibilities within the system.
I think for me it is making a difference. I think for every single pupil that walks through the door, they have different stresses and strains, and there's different things that affect them, and I think they've all got different kind of hopes and ambitions for the future. And if you can help guide someone through their school career, through their teenage years, through all the different things that may, I suppose, it provides challenge for them, and they can come out the other side of it, and it can be a privilege for you to have worked with them, then that's hugely satisfying.
You know, you can see the potential that they've got in whatever area of life it's in, and you want to just be able to be there at the very least as a support to encourage them and to see them develop and to blossom and to achieve their potential, and to see them grow, you know, personally as well as academically, from Form 1 through to Form 6 when they leave. It's pretty emotional, and I have to honestly say I've cried every year.
And they don't know it yet, but you know what's ahead of them. You know the exciting things that are ahead of them, the changes that they will go through, the things that will impact their lives. You know what they all are, and it's just great to be there to be able to help navigate them through.
Like many at the school, I joined in Form 1 through the Form 1 induction programme, and I was very new to a big city like Dundee, coming from a small town, so it was a big step up for me. But I think the nature of the school, the welcoming aspect, combined with the whole sort of ethos, really helped me to grow into that step up and really take it on with a challenge, and ever since I've never looked back, and I've really enjoyed myself.
The thing that really sticks in my mind is that when I first joined, my buddy was really accommodating to me and was really welcoming, and now 9 years later he's one of my best friends at school, so that's really been quite good as I've gone through the school, to have someone always there for me like that. I definitely mostly want to come to school to see my pals, and so whenever we're away from school on a holiday, I always think when I'm coming back, oh, I'm going to see everyone again, and everyone will be together, and that's what I really look forward to when I come to school, being with my pals and everyone.
Well, I started school, primary 1, in the junior school when I was 5, and since then I've loved school. From the moment I started, I've always loved school, especially coming up into the senior school when you've got loads of more subjects. I really enjoyed Form 1, starting lots of different subjects, and since then being able to pick the subjects that I really enjoy and focusing on what I want to do in the future.
So at the start of school, I kind of found that chemistry and biology I wasn't too great at, but then as the years have progressed, I've become quite good at them, and I'm now taking them both at advanced higher. So hopefully after school I'll be going to do dentistry, either in Scotland or England, but that would be, biology and chemistry would be quite vital to that.
Well, hopefully I'm applying to university next year to study law, so I'm really looking forward to that and starting a new chapter. But I think I'm definitely going to miss school. It's been such an enjoyable experience for me. It's a bittersweet feeling about it.
In the art department, we try to create this kind of environment where the pupils feel like they've got enough confidence to do their own work and really sort of express themselves the way that they want to be heard, almost creating their own creative voice, if you like. We teach them techniques that gives them that confidence and expose them to new materials that allows them that sort of extra string to their bow, if you like, that by more experience and by learning new processes, they begin to understand that actually the possibilities are endless with regards to artistic outcomes.
So I feel like I'm quite a creative person, so I think the art department gives me that opportunity to show my creative passions with anything that I do. Is that from like painting and textiles, or to like clay and like portraiture? You really have like an endless opportunities.
Welcome to the Classics department. We're a small department in the school, but we do teach children all the way through the school. We teach classical studies, we teach Latin, and occasionally when we're asked to do it, we'll teach ancient Greek as well. Yes, I mean, you find that the pupils, where they're doing Latin in the first and second year, they may find it difficult and so on, and then they get that understanding often and suddenly realise how the language works and all these endings and whatever, and then can get quite excited about it.
I've been studying it for 6 years now, so I'd like to think I have a pretty good grasp on the subject as a whole. My favourite parts are definitely learning about the influence that ancient societies have had on our own society. Like, even the rules and regulations that we abide by today are all taken from ancient society. I think it's really fascinating learning the influence, how it's trickled down through the generations to create the Scottish society that we live in today.
We're very lucky in that many pupils, when they do have a choice, Form 1 and 2 biology is compulsory for everyone, but many of them choose to come and study biology further on in the school. And I think that's mainly to do with just how relevant the subject is to the children these days. And just as a subject, I'm biased, but I find it extremely interesting. And we have enthusiasm to teach it in all members of staff in the department. And really, I think that rubs off on the pupils as well. And the ability to engage with the subject, and of course the pupils are willing to do that. They're willing to put in the hard work, and really it almost becomes a positive feedback in that they're engaging well, then the teacher gets something out of it, and when we're enjoying it, then the children are enjoying it as well. So it's all very positive.
I really like biology because I find it fascinating how living organisms operate and the structure of cells as well. How cells make up everyday living things that we see, and within them are even smaller components. I just find it fascinating. I've been studying biology from Form 1 up until Form 6, and right now I'm doing Advanced Higher, which is really fun because we also have our Biology Advanced Higher lab, which is completely separate for 6th-year students to use. I was in there this morning and I really enjoyed the experiments with very high-tech equipment which is available to us in the school.
Welcome to Business Education. Over the past decade, my colleagues and I have been thrilled with the continuous growth we've experienced in the department. Today, we're a busy, vibrant part of the senior school, teaching business and economics from Form 3, whilst also running an all-inclusive enterprise program for anyone interested in developing their business, investment or analytical economic skills from Form 1 upwards, regardless of whether they take the subject or not. My colleagues and I are so proud of everything our pupils achieve in business education, and we look forward to you joining us in the future, whether in class or extracurricular.
Well, my family, they own a business themselves, and obviously working there as a young age, I've always been intrigued in the business world and the community, and basically I decided to take economics in S3, and the teachers made me love the subject. The subject itself was just brilliant. I loved it, and ever since then I've just decided to business and economics were my thing.
I really enjoy like the international side of things and see what's going on globally and how the UK links to globally as well. So my assignment for higher economics, I looked at tourism, obviously pre-COVID, but now it's also interesting to see how that is affected post-COVID as well. And now I want to take it further as well, do business at university.
The first time I got involved in economics was a speech Mr. Higgins gave in Trinity. So I just went for it, and I suppose over the next few years I found it quite hard, but I also found it very, very interesting, and I loved the challenge that it presented me. So yeah, I'm very happy that I took economics.
The high school is unique in its commitment to the support of the arts in school compared to many other schools in the area. The drama department has 2 full-time drama specialists, and we teach from ages 10 to 18. And we also are in charge of some major productions. I'm quite proud of the fact that we look at quite challenging texts for the children to produce. We've looked at, and past productions have been Lord of the Flies, Bertolt Brecht's Good Person of Szechuan. We've also produced Fiddler on the Roof, Our House, Les Miserables, Emile and the Detectives, A Midsummer Night's Dream, just to name but a few. So a really diverse range of productions available for our young people to really get their teeth into and challenge them. It's also great fun, and it's lovely to welcome young people into a space that they feel relaxed and creative and that they enjoy. And I think coming to school where there's a real high expectation on success, to be able to relax in a space, to be able to have the freedom to be creative, imaginative.
The idea of becoming someone else and being able to make the audience laugh or feel a certain way, and just the sort of relationship that you create with them, I think that's probably why I do it.
I've just been given the opportunity to really be challenged and grow, and I've been made to think rather than just do. And I've had to think about how my acting might make someone feel, as well as the feelings that I'm trying to portray. And it's not always just about what you can do, it's how you get to doing that thing.
But one of the things that strikes you when you arrive here to work and is just how extraordinary the people are here. You can't see that in a photograph or see that on a film. It's the fact that all of the children come into the classroom eager to learn and enthusiastic about the day and hopefully about the lessons that they're going to be taking part in. It's not just the exam results that we're incredibly proud of, it's actually each individual child and the things that they can offer. What we offer them, I think, is books, really. I mean, Shakespeare, books, poetry, hopefully an exciting insight into writers and the world and the way in which these things have been explored over many, many generations through fiction and non-fiction texts. But I think the thing that you will remember when you finally get a chance to have a look around the High School of Dundee is the people. That's what matters.
I think it is up to young people now to cause a change in the world for the better. For example, so I'm the editor of our school newsletter, Quarantines. Every week we release a new edition. So during lockdown, one of our significant editions was one about Black Lives Matter. And I think it was a massive thing for us to do, and I'm proud of every single one of us who made that edition what it was.
In history, we take an issue-based approach to our courses in Forms 1 and 2. Our aim is to engage our pupils in debate and discussion surrounding the history that they're studying. So, for example, one of the most popular and lively debates that we have surrounds William Wallace. Was he a brave heart or a black heart? So the idea is we want the pupils to engage in the history, weigh up the evidence and form their opinions on the history that we're studying. Modern studies is a subject which essentially is the study of current affairs, and it picks up where history ends, I suppose. In history modern studies, we like to engage our pupils outside the classroom, and each year we try to offer a foreign trip. So for example, we've visited the First World War battlefields in Belgium and France. We've been to Berlin many times. We've also been to Poland and to the United States. This is something that's very important to engage the pupils outside of the classroom.
Last year in the higher course we studied Women in the Vote. I thought that was really interesting, and I didn't really know much about that subject, and I thought it was quite shocking, but it was interesting, and I think it's important.
I love teaching physics. I love the fact that over the course of a lesson, a topic, a year, I see pupils' understanding of what at first seems to be a really difficult and challenging concept. Their understanding grows and develops, and they become more confident in tackling really difficult questions. Their problem solving skills and their practical skills develop all the way through the course, and they start off feeling anxious about undertaking an experiment, and by the end of the year they're designing experiments and they're carrying out experiments in a really confident and mature and sensible way. We're really fortunate here at High School of Dundee. We've got brilliant resources so that all pupils can get hands-on practical experience. We start off in the first and second year where pupils learn by investigation and discovery. They do practical work every single lesson. And this active learning continues right the way through the school, but obviously with a greater degree of theory and background to support their learning and understanding as they progress.
I really enjoy physics because I find it interesting learning about the way the world works and how things attract and react with one another. In terms of velocity and acceleration, it's really helpful for then doing advanced higher maths. We've had to use the same equations, so that's really given me a boost in that area of maths.
Health and food technology equips pupils with the practical and technological skills required for lifelong learning. For example, if you were to take National 5 Practical Cookery, we look at empowering pupils with practical skills, food preparation techniques, cookery processes, and ways of dealing with rapidly changing situations in a classroom, i.e. a kitchen.
In Form 3 I chose to take practical cookery because I felt like it gave me lots of transferable skills in practical cookery because it allows you to be quite independent by learning how to cook.
Geography has its place as a standalone subject. However, it can navigate its way really confidently between both the arts and the sciences. And it's this interdisciplinary nature of the subject that allows us to cross bridges between many other subjects. The joy of geography is that it's both practical and theoretical. And so we have the opportunity to really get our head around the understanding of the environmental, the social, the economic, the political aspects of the geography, and then we get to go out into the field and see it for ourselves. So part of the joy of the learning is allowing our pupils to have an experiential learning opportunity by going out into the field and both seeing, hearing, smelling and feeling their geography.
Yeah, no, I'd say it's very interesting in that regard. Just geography can relate to like everything around you, and you just find yourself noticing things that you wouldn't otherwise. All of the geography teachers are great. They're really good at sort of walking you through it and helping you see the larger picture of how everything fits together.
Hello, welcome to the High School of Dundee. I'm the head of chemistry, Dr. Taylor, and here in the chemistry department we take every opportunity to do practical work so that pupils can experience just how much fun chemistry can be. In Form 1, practically every lesson is practical based, and they do this on day 1, and we continue all through the years. They study the 3 sciences separately, which means that pupils are able to make informed decisions when they come to the subject choices in Form 2, and we continue practical work right through to the advanced higher lab, where we have fantastic facilities and people work in small supervised groups on their projects. We love the magic of chemistry here and enjoy sharing it with the pupils.
Well, I definitely think it improves your problem solving skills a lot. You need a lot of patience to be able to work towards getting an answer, and if it doesn't go right you need the determination to keep going, because it's a really satisfying feeling when you do get the answer correct, and then you can take that away and it's positivity to move forward into the next steps.
I really love chromatography, but one experiment that I love from first year is testing for hydrogen when you test it for a squeaky pop. It's quite fun.
We work together as a department to help our pupils move forward in their courses, whether it's pupils who are struggling with their maths to build that confidence, or whether it's pupils who are taking their maths to the next level, sort of beyond the curriculum, so we can support them in lots of ways. We do that through our lunchtime sessions, where we have pupils dropping in to get extra support at lunchtime. We also utilise our 6th-year pupils who have had their maths journey at the school, and they come into the classroom and they work with younger pupils to help the pupils to build their confidence.
I like maths because of the problem solving aspect of it. It's always challenging, and you're always finding new ways to do things, and it's very widely used in the world. Maths teachers are really good, so they allow you to work at your own pace. If you're struggling, they help. If you want to push forward, they allow that, and yet they're very helpful.
It's just easy to get involved with, and there's a lot going on in the maths department, so there's always something for everyone. You get lunchtime classes, and you get different sort of like clubs and competitions that you can get set and compete with other schools.
Hello and welcome to the music department. All of the pupils here in Form 1 and Form 2 have a weekly music class, and you get to learn about the story of music from the 16th century to the present day, classical music, music for the theatre, music for film, pop music, jazz music, anything you can think of. So while you're here, we as music teachers really enjoy watching you get a buzz out of learning about these new kinds of music and getting to be creative with them. You can learn all sorts of instruments in class, the keyboard, the guitar, the bass guitar, tuned percussion, snare drum, and then you can take on these instruments if you'd like to have individual music lessons. All of the teachers here in the music department have dedicated their lives to being performers and music educators, and we really enjoy watching you, the pupils, get a buzz out of performing as well. We do a lot of performing alongside you, either by directing ensembles or accompanying you or playing in those ensembles with you. And we really like to see you building up your skills and being able to create music by yourselves. Hopefully by the time you leave, you'll be able to go out into the world and seek out your own music making opportunities.
I love music because when I joined the school I was very shy and I didn't really have that many people to talk to, but when I immersed myself in the musical aspects of the school, I managed to find people who had the same interests as me, and then I had that foundation to then build and then grow within the school. So yeah.
We'll meet again. Don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day.
I love being able to do the sort of practical elements of music. So we do have the listening and the composition sort of for National 5 and higher and advanced higher, but we also have the practical, so you get to play your instruments as well. So I would play saxophone, and then I also get to sing as well.
Okay, this is the Department of Technologies. The department covers computing science, engineering science, and in Form 1 and 2 we do cover technology, which covers a bit of engineering, a bit of electronics, whereas computing science we focus in Form 1 and 2 we focus on an ICT / computing science course where we set the pupils up for the modern workplace, support them in their further studies, even if they decide not to continue the subject after Form 1 and 2. As we progress through from the National 5 to the higher and to the advanced higher, the pupils will experience a number of different technologies and really explore them to a great level of depth, and the school really allows us to be able to do that. We've got excellent ICT equipment, we've got modern machines that are refreshed on a regular basis, we've got access to iPads, We've looked at robotics. In technology, we've got 3D printers, we've got laser cutters. So it gives us a great range of activities that the pupils can experience from all the way from Form 1 and all the way up to Advanced Higher in Form 6.
Computing really encompasses many different disciplines, and it allows us to express ourselves in the world of problem solving, and it really allows us to automate the solutions to these problems. And it's such a fast growing field that there's always a new challenge begging to be answered.
Welcome to the Learning Skills Department. We are a small specialist team and here to really try and help our pupils to flourish in spite of any difficulties that they may face in their learning. In the senior years, we're supporting with things such as study skills, continuing with literacy support, organisation, planning and subject reinforcement. What we absolutely love seeing is our pupils flourish, come in, and in spite of difficulties and barriers that they've faced in their learning, that they've gone on to really achieve their potential.
Without learning skills, I don't know if I would have been able to achieve as much as I did, because it really gave me the skills and the time that I needed to get fully prepared for my exams.
In RMPS, we learn about what people believe and how people think. We study aspects of all 6 major world religions and consider questions of what makes things right or wrong. We encourage open-ended discussions in which pupils have an opportunity to practice thinking philosophically about their own and other people's ideas, responding to each other and developing opinions as they go along.
In modern languages, we offer French from L4. We also offer German, Spanish and Mandarin. We're all passionate about modern languages. I do honestly believe that skills in a foreign language are second to none. They're hugely important. It's amazing to feel that you're able to go abroad to France, to Germany, to Spain, to wherever, and if you're able to speak the language, it really helps you to get to know the culture, the people, the society. It's an amazing skill to have, and I think it's one that's going to become increasingly important.
I feel that being able to learn a language is very beneficial because, for example, if you're using something like Google Translate instead, you don't connect on the same level. It's sort of analogous to how social media is with meeting people face to face. There's just this deeper level of understanding and respect by learning their language.
The overriding aim of the High School of Dundee PE department is to ensure everybody has the chance to reach their sporting potential. We have state-of-the-art facilities with a large sports centre along with our grounds at Mayfield and also our AstroTurf pitches at Downacraig. The main focus of our core PE programme is participation and engagement. We do this through providing the pupils with some choice of activities, both indoors, outdoor, individual and team sports. We are desperate to find something for everyone to ensure that they maintain physical activity when they leave school. Rugby and hockey are definitely what the High School of Dundee are best known for on the sports field. However, we do also offer a range of activities to suit all of our pupils. Currently, we enter teams in football, badminton, swimming, tennis, cricket and athletics. Lots of our pupils take part in more than one activity, and this is something we definitely encourage. A huge part of our work up here at Mayfield is with co-curricular sport. There is nothing I enjoy more than coming along to Mayfield on a Saturday morning to see up to 30 rugby and hockey teams taking the field in the high school colours.
We're in our 3rd year now of the High Performance Sport programme, and it's been fantastic to see the development of the pupils on the programme over that period. In the High Performance Sport programme, we offer sports psychology, strength and conditioning, nutrition workshops, individually tailored plans, one-to-one mentoring, and also, which is really important for the kids who get to that age, 14, 15, we manage their school life sport balance. Because at that age it's really hard for them to juggle juggle it all. So that's hugely important in the programme as well. So we feel, while they're at school, we give them a fantastic opportunity to reach their true potential in their sport, but more importantly, after school, they're going on to succeed in whatever they choose to do.
Because I love coming up to Mayfield, I love coming to the PE department, the teachers, I get on with all the teachers. It's almost like having that experience where it's like a lot more relaxed, like you feel like you're just talking and you're chatting, and that's what I love about PE.
So since primary 4 I have been playing hockey with the school, and since primary 6 we've been going away on Saturdays to play other schools, and that has definitely been my favourite part about PE in the school. Well, we're very lucky to have these pitches at our school, they're amazing, and everyone else when they come to play us, they love playing on these pitches because they are really good. So we are very lucky to have those facilities, and Mayfield as well is great for when we play indoor hockey sometimes. They've got a big indoor hockey facility for us to play as well, so we're very lucky at our school.
I really enjoy playing sport. It's quite a big part of my life. Socially, it's great to make friends. You know, it's fun outside the classroom. It's also good for your mental health, just to give yourself a break, because obviously we're working quite hard, especially in 5th year, and it's nice to come out to the pitches and have a bit of fun playing hockey and tennis and all these other sports.
I think my highlight was South Africa, going on tour with the hockey girls and the rugby boys. It was just really good to bond with everyone and be exposed to their level of hockey, because it's so much more intense out there because they're used to playing in the heat and everything. So yeah, it was a really good experience to go out there.
At the High School of Dundee, I have responsibility for the co-curriculum. The co-curriculum is our way of describing what an awful lot of schools would call the extracurricular programme. It's everything from the after-school sport, the music, the art and drama, the combined cadet force, it's the school trips, it's the day trips, the overnight trips, the residential trips, ski trips. It's the whole package that brings pupils the vast experience which we call our integrated curriculum.
What is a CCF? CCF basically stands for Combined Cadet Force. So it's an Army cadet force. We use the vehicle of the Army and uniform in order to develop leadership, teamwork, resilience within young people who choose to join. We're a voluntary organisation. Normally students join at the age of about 14. We put them through a basic package which involves your sort of standard military skills like shooting, marching, but they develop also leadership and instructional abilities. And by the time they get to 16, 17, they actually lead and instruct the younger cadets. Okay, it's a unique activity because it involves boys and girls of all ages from 14 to 18 working together for a common task, whatever that task is. The variety of activities that we do is, as you can maybe see here, it is all outward bound, where we pride ourselves in being able to go outdoors regardless of the weather, whether it's sort of survival training or traditional outward bound training or resilience training, mountain bike, kayaks, activities like that.
The Outdoor Education Department, we're in a fortunate position within Scotland to be able to take them out and about exploring. We tend to focus very much on the personal development side of things rather than the hard skill activities. So looking at what the environment that we're working in, as well as the peers they're working with, so the social interaction that goes with that.
Here at the High School of Dundee, we have really strong community links with the local community. Our pupils volunteer at a wide range of different organisations and charities. So we have pupils that go to places like the Dundee International Women's Shelter, the Dundee Food Bank, the Maxwell Community Centre, Togs for Tots, a whole range of different places that our pupils volunteer. And it's really lovely to go visit them at these places and see the positive impact that they're having on people all out in the community, and to see the smiles that they put on people's faces is just lovely.
The library has some fantastic resources for the senior school pupils. Obviously things are a bit different at the moment. Usually we have a fantastic careers library section for all of the senior school pupils to come in and use, but we've also got a large non-fiction covering lots of different topics. It covers all of the different subjects that they'll be looking at here in the school, but also any reading that they're interested in doing on their own.
Throughout the school we support all pupils with their career development. From Form 1 through to Form 6, each year they're going to look at different aspects of career. And obviously as they move into Form 4, 5 and 6, that becomes a more serious end of looking at their career, thinking about their post-school choices. In Form 4 we support the pupils by putting them through a Moresby questionnaire, which helps to identify their strengths through psychometric testing. Once they've completed the questionnaire, an independent careers organisation comes in and interviews all the pupils, and that develops their thoughts further on where they might lead themselves into the post-16 choices at higher and advanced higher. The careers organisation continue to help us in 5th and 6th year by supporting the pupils with clinics for careers and also for early application interviews to dentistry, medicine, Oxbridge interviews and so on.
I grew up with a single mother, so single parent, one income, in not exactly a lot of money coming around, with parent working full-time 12-hour shifts. So education was something that was sort of at the background of my general view. Certainly not considering higher education and not really considering much about the future. And then of course, because a head teacher introduced me to the concept of the High School of Dundee and suggested that I might find it a good idea to apply. Yeah, I was really terrified of coming to the high school because it seemed like a massive change from the culture that I was used to. The sort of people that I'd meet, the sort of places I'd been, the sort of person I was. I think that's definitely not the case. No one ever really noticed that I was different. No one ever sort of cared, there was never that sort of discrepancy. So it's not something you should worry about. But more than that, it's exactly the sort of place where those differences accelerate you, and if you're aware of them, aware of why you're here, what it is you're hoping to get out of it, then everyone around you is going to support you to make the most of exactly what it is you want to get out of your education.
We take great pride in the bursary support that we can offer. It is that invisible cloak that enables pupils who otherwise would not be able to receive a high school education the chance that we all had. I myself am a former pupil, and it really was the best thing that my parents ever did for me. I am eternally grateful for the education and experience that I received here. If you do wish to apply for bursary support, please submit the application form into me by the 30th of November.
The next steps, if you're interested in joining the school, are to pick up the phone or drop us an email and tell us a little bit more about your child. From there we can tailor information specific to you and meet your needs, and we can arrange a tour of the school for you if you'd like to do that. And later on down the line we can arrange a taster day for your child as well. A taster day is quite important so they get a good feel for the school and they can ask any questions while they're here, they can get to meet children of their own age, and usually they come out of the school after the taster day with a very happy smiley face.
Thank you for taking the time to watch our film and to get a glimpse behind the pillars of the high school. You've been very welcome indeed, and we hope to see you very soon in person, where we can welcome you and your child into the school to have a taster day, to have a further conversation with us, or just to get a sense of the atmosphere and culture of the high school family.
I like the social aspect of the school. I think it's a really good place just to meet new people.
I definitely wouldn't have got the results that I did if it wasn't for the school and the teachers. You know, they're very supportive.
The whole experience, to be honest, has made it for me.
And I think there's a learning curve that you won't always be the smartest person in the room, but I think definitely the teachers here have helped me become one of the smartest people in the room. Like, they definitely guide you and they never make any failure feel like the end.
As I've gone through the school, I've made new friends every year, and now I just have like a family now. I've known them for so long.
Dundee High has introduced me into a high school family with lifelong friends and supportive teachers I can still chat to if I have problems. And I thank my parents for the amazing investment that they put into my life.
For me, the best part about the high school is the relationships formed, both with friends and teachers. With all the opportunities I enjoyed, the high school has given me all the skills I need for my future.
The opportunities that school has given me has really shaped me into the person that I am today.
And that's what High School of Dundee is all about. Those opportunities, whether they be academic, sporting or within the arts, everyone has that opportunity to find their true talent and then pursue it with passion and support.
There is a true family caring ethos where each child is encouraged to reach their full potential. We love it.
We sent the children to the High School of Dundee because we wanted them to have the best education that we could give them. And I can honestly say that we have never once regretted this decision, and we've never looked back.
We've had 8 years very positive experience of the high school, and we'd recommend it to anyone.
We truly believe that every child has potential, but I think how that potential is nurtured and developed is the most important thing in a loving, safe environment, and I think the school provides that environment.
Overall, the school has been a part of my life in one shape or another over the last 30 years, and I really cannot praise or recommend it highly enough.